So Manchester United apparently emerged now that Manchester United are in the race for Liverpool midfielder Emre Can. Now the youngster Emre Can, apparently it's just reported, this is in The Sun, it's in ESPN and it's in joe.co.uk. Apparently Manchester United have entered the race to sign Emre Can. As we all know, he's coming to an end of his deal with Liverpool Football Club. Obviously Juventus also, as we know, have been heavily interested in Emre Can, but apparently I think Liverpool are in the process of trying to secure Emre Can a new deal, but in the process of it, I think he's been demanding a release clause to secure him a new deal. Also has been demanding a higher wage as well as Emre Can. But in my opinion, obviously Jose Mourinho's looking at quite a few midfielders, he's looked at quite a few players, and he's obviously looking for a long-term replacement for Michael Carrick, who's won every single domestic cup. You know, he's made over 3 century appearances for Manchester United, been at the club over a decade now, and he is likely to Michael Carrick is likely to retire at the end of the season. So apparently, reports are stemming that Manchester United have entered the race for Emre Can, but it's going to be very hard for us to get us, because Man United and, as we all know, Liverpool are rivals. I can't see Liverpool willing to especially offload him to a rival, especially. But he is a very good player, is Emre Can. It's his 4th season with Liverpool Football Club. All in all, he's made over 100 appearances for Liverpool since his arrival since Liverpool bought him from Bayer Leverkusen back in 2014. I think it was about £10 million. And in the Premier League, he's nearly hit century appearances. I think he's made 92 appearances and scored 7 goals as Emre Can. His versatility is very good as well. As I said, he can play as a defensive mid. He can play as a centre-back. He can play also as a full-back as well, Emre Can. But, yeah, very good player. You know, I said at Bayern Munich he was very good. You know, he won honours with Bayern Munich as well, did Emre Can. You know, mostly participated in the Bayern Munich reserve team. He did very well with Bayern Munich. Obviously went to Bayer Leverkusen. I think he just went to Bayer Leverkusen for 1 season. And then Liverpool have purchased him for just nearly £10 million, and since he has done very good indeed. First 2 appearances last season, he scored 5 goals for Liverpool, and yeah, he's nearly hit a century appearances now for Liverpool Football Club. So it's suggesting now he may be demanding a higher wage. He's demanding a release clause as well, which Liverpool are not willing to meet for Emre Can. So he's coming to an end of his deal. He will become a free transfer next summer if no team does get the pursuit of him in January. But Juventus have actually been heavily linked with Emre Can. So it says here, as you can see, is the main headline: Manchester United transfer news. Jose Mourinho arrives Juventus for Liverpool midfielder Emre Can, who is yet to sign a new deal. The player, but obviously he's demanding a release clause. Liverpool are not willing to meet this. And there you go. You can see this clear as daylight, you know. Says, look, Man United are interested in the player. They're keeping an eye out on him. Look, obviously we know he has not agreed a deal. He becomes free, you know, a free player to leave for free next summer. There you go. It says it here. Yeah. So there, Jose Mourinho is keen on the player, and he's looking for a long-term replacement for Michael Carrick in the process. So you've got it clear as daylight. Manchester United are interested apparently in Emre Can. So there you go. It's telling you all information about him. Yeah, there you go. Confirmed Mourinho's monitoring the player. So yeah, it says Man United are interested, but it's going to be really hard for us to get Emre Can in the process. So there you go. And also, we'll go back to me now. Also, a few more things to update you on about, what's his name? Alexis Sanchez. Now, apparently, it's saying about Alexis Sanchez that Manchester City are monitoring now to put £20 million in for Alexis Sanchez, because they're actually convinced they can get Alexis Sanchez in January at Manchester City. They've had interest. He's had interest from AC Milan, willing to put £75 million bid in. He's had interest from PSG, who invested a lot of money in the August window. Still think they need to offload players though to avoid financial fair play regulations. They've had Bayern Munich that have been interested. Man United have still got a slight interest in him. Real Madrid have had an interest in him. Quite a lot of teams have been interested in Alexis Sanchez. But for me, as I do keep saying, he's favoured to go to Manchester City because, one, Pep Guardiola and him were fantastic together at Barcelona. He's won 3 FA Cups in 4 seasons with Arsenal. He's coming to an end of his deal. He's not going to sign a new deal, as I said, and I think Arsenal would rather cash in on the player. As he quoted how he won the Champions League football. First time in 2 decades Arsenal have not had this. And, you know, with Sanchez maybe arriving at if he goes to Manchester City, that could put Aguero down the packing order. And now it's actually reporting about that AC Milan are monitoring an interest in Sergio Aguero. But we'll get a bit more detail about that in a bit. But Sanchez has said, won 3 FA Cups 4 seasons, made over century appearances now. 53 goals for Arsenal Football Club, 24 in 38 appearances last season. And City was so close to getting the deal finalised. They had a 50 million bid rejected. They initially had a 60 million bid accepted, but obviously Arsenal couldn't find their replacement. Because Arsenal's main priority target was Lamar anyway, but obviously they didn't get Lamar. But he was demanding a higher wage. Arsenal didn't meet this. He turned down £300,000 a week from Arsenal. Did Sanchez, risen up the ranks fantastically well with underneath, because obviously Sanchez has been in Italy before as well. But I think Arsenal, you know, are convinced he will go on free transfer next summer if he's not sold in January. But it's saying City are convinced they can go and get him in January for 20 million. But now it's saying AC Milan have come to the equation. Now, apparently, it did say they were interested in Sanchez. They were willing to put 75 million in, that Arsenal would profit from this. But apparently now, AC Milan are actually monitoring Sergio Aguero, because obviously Wenger was ruthless regarding Sanchez, you know, during the window, saying he's not going to go anywhere. But obviously, if he could have found that replacement, and if City were actually willing to offer Aguero as part of the deal for Sanchez, Aguero goes to Arsenal, Sanchez goes to City, Arsenal would go along with it. They'd have gone along with it with the Raheem Sterling situation with Arsenal Football Club. If they'd have got Raheem Sterling, they'd have let Sanchez go to Manchester City, but obviously they couldn't find that replacement. But it's saying now about the AC Milan that are monitoring Sergio Aguero. Now, Sergio Aguero, who's been at City, I think this is his 6th season now with Manchester City, but very, very good player. As I said, he's already scored 7 goals in 8 appearances this season for the club. Obviously, we know Sergio Aguero is actually out at the moment due to that. He broke his rib in a car accident, didn't he? So I think that Sergio Aguero is still out in the process. He scored 30 goals last season for the Manchester City as well. Apparently, AC Milan are willing to look at him. He's got a fantastic ratio as well. And his ratio is very, very good. He's good at scoring goals. He's a prolific goal scorer, as I said, and he's proven it. He's proven it with Atletico Madrid, and with Manchester City, he's won Premier League, FA Cup with them, Community Shield with them. Also scored the winner against QPR to win then the first league title. Manchester City, that was first time in absolute years. I think that was as well. And also, I think for Manchester City, all in all, he's actually made about 187 appearances in the Premier League. And he's... how many goals has he scored now? Yeah, he's made 187 appearances for Manchester City in the Premier League. And he's scored about 128 goals in the league. And with Atletico Madrid, he did very, very well. You know, he won the UEFA Super Cup with Atletico Madrid, won the Europa League with them, scored 101 goals in 234 appearances as well with Atletico Madrid. And at Atletico Madrid, that were all in all competitions, but with Atletico Madrid, in the La Liga, he made 174 appearances and scored 74 goals in La Liga with Atletico Madrid. And I think he was at Atletico Madrid about 5-6 years. Aguero, then City, I think, had bought him for £35 million in 2011. But his ratio is very, very good. He's a very, very good prolific goal scorer. He helped them win their first title, City's first title for years on end. Just a very, very good player, but he's currently injured. At the current moment is Sergio Aguero. He's currently injured at the moment. So we will see what happens. But as I was saying about Man United, apparently interested in Emre Champ in the process. So that's the latest news about that. Also, you know, with Liverpool Football Club, they could basically still see Emre Can go, as I said. They could still see Philippe Coutinho go, because I did update you on the Philippe Coutinho on the situation. I did update you on the Philippe Coutinho situation. Said Barcelona were willing to put a £97 million bid in, including add-ons as part of the deal. Coutinho, since his arrival at Liverpool, has become the most creative, agile midfield player, guys. If I am going to be quite honest, he's become the most creative, agile midfielder as Philippe Coutinho. He's made over century appearances now for Liverpool Football Club. 36 goals, 30 assists for the player in the Premier League. And he scored a couple of goals this season, got 14 goals, 7 assists last season, Philippe Coutinho. And you could tell, you know, he did want to make the move to Barcelona because Liverpool had turned 3 bids down from Barcelona, 72, 89 and 114. And I think he's still got a 4 or 5 year deal left with Liverpool. But Barcelona may return in January of a bid of £97 million. And the owners, Klopp and the Liverpool board, were not willing to accept any bids off Barcelona, and they were resisted and were reluctant to offload Philippe Coutinho. This is why he didn't go. Liverpool bought him from Inter Milan. He's an ex-Espanyol player as well as Philippe Coutinho, but he's a very, very good player, very, very good creative midfielder. But Liverpool could see him go, and they could see Emre Can go, depending if they secure a new deal, if there's a release clause, if he does sign a new deal. So we will see what happens. But Liverpool, you know, not converting enough chances. You know, they still need someone at the back, as I did say. So they still do have problems, especially if Naby Keita arrives in January. That could then definitely see Emre Can go in January. I don't think he'll come to United. I think he's more chance of going to Juventus than he is of coming to Manchester United if Liverpool don't secure him a new deal in the process. But it's still saying that Manchester United have actually, you know, Dry Mertens is being mentioned now on a couple of reports. As I've updated you on a couple of times about Dry Mertens from Napoli, right? A player that obviously teams were interested during the August window. He signed a new deal back in May until 2020. Apparently, Man United are interested. He has got a 28 million release clause, so Man United could activate his release clause in January. He's 30 years old. He's won Belgian Football of the Year, I think, back in 2016. And since 2011, he's made over 50 appearances for Belgium as well. And the ex-club Serie A club director has actually come out and announced that Man United are actually interested in the player. He's an ex-PSV player as well. He's been at Napoli now, I think this is his 5th season in the process. He's made over a century appearances. This season, he scored 7 goals in 7 appearances in Serie A. Last season, scored 21 goals. 21 goals. I think in 35 appearances last season, he scored 28 goals and provided 9 assists as well, did the player. But he looks at a very, very good player, and it confirmed Arsenal had an interest. He's a forward, so apparently Man United are interested in him as well. And it's also, you know, reports are stemming back about the Ivan Perisic situation about Manchester United as well. You know, that was another player that Manchester United were actually, you know, heavily linked with during the August window. Obviously, we know that Inter Milan were demanding £48 million during the window. Man United were not willing to meet that £48 million Inter Milan were demanding. This is why we didn't probably get the pursuit of even Perisic. But obviously, you know, now he did sign a new deal, did even Perisic. I think he's got a 54 million, or is it a 54, 60 million release clause as Perisic. I think he's got a deal now there until 2022, is it, or something like that, as Perisic, or 2021. But I think he's got a 54 million release clause. Also, he confirmed during the window, the agent had discussions with the Inter Milan officials regarding his future. The agent had been in discussions with Ed Woodward, had discussions with the player's agent to try and get a deal finalised. And I think we had 2 or 3 bids in the process rejected from Inter Milan. He's an ex-Wolfsburg, he's an ex-Borussia Dortmund player, as I said, he's highly experienced, he's even Perisic, and it's saying Man United could actually return for him next summer. He's already this season scored 3 goals and assisted 3 in 7 appearances for Inter Milan. Last season he scored 11 goals and 12 assists as well for them. Inter Milan. Also, we know Inter Milan would actually try to demand Martial as a part of the deal as well during the window, but obviously Mourinho were reluctant and were resistant to offload the player, and he explains why now, because he's nearly made century appearances now since he arrived from Monaco. He's made 99 appearances, scored 30 goals as Martial, and you can see how much he's growing, developing into his game this season. He's scoring, he's creating, he's providing assists. This is why Mourinho didn't want to sanction Martial off. So Man United may return for Perisic next summer in the process, according to quite a few reports as well. As I did update you earlier on, you know, about the youngster Jack Harrison as well in the process. Jack Harrison, as I said, what's he said now? Jack Harrison, who's currently at New York City. He made his debut. He made his debut last season with the professional team, New York City. Last season scored 4 goals and provided 7 assists. I think this season he scored 10 goals in 32 appearances. he's done very, very well. I think all in all, he's made 53 appearances and he has scored 14 goals for New York City as the player. So he has made a big, massive impact. But yeah, he's a player that actually used to be at Manchester United, and he said apparently Man United were disappointed that he left. And, you know, he actually at the start, he played for the Liverpool Academy just for a short time, then went to Manchester United at the age of 7 for the Youth Academy, did play with Rashford. He actually was with Manchester United in the Manchester United Youth Academy for 7 years, and then the player actually went basically to the United States to take on a scholarship or something like that. And then basically in May 2016, I think he made his professional debut for New York City. Also now, due to his performance for New York City, he's being called up for the England under 21s as well as Jack Harrison. So he's another youngster that Manchester United used to have as well in the process. It's also saying Man United, obviously we're still looking for long-term replacement for Carrick. It's still saying Man United, we're eyeing out a move for Lorenzo Pellegrini, a young Roma star who was good at Saluzzo. He wasn't there long, but he made over 50 appearances for Saluzzo, made a massive impact. Jake Islop has actually suggested Man United could sign him as well in the process. It's still saying actually that Man United could sign him. And this is basically what's being reported. Still saying Man United could actually sign him. As I said, risen up the ranks well. He's an academy graduate. Joined Rome in 2007. Made his first team debut in 2015 with Rome. As I said, then went on to Suso to make over 50 appearances. So we've got quite a lot of players on our radar. We've heard the Ozil story as well about music. Ozil, as I said, keen on reuniting with Jose Mourinho. There were rumours coming out he was demanding £275,000 a week. This is being classified as false. He was demanding a higher wage in his package. It still said in the report Man U were interested in Sanchez. But I thought Real Madrid, Mourinho and Ozil were fantastically, good together. And it's been leaking out in the press last few days. He's linked with a move to Old Trafford, his moves at Ozil. But obviously he's another player coming to an end of his deal. So it's saying now Man United, our Barcelona could actually go for him next summer when he becomes a free transfer. So he might see his Arsenal deal out. There's been no contract talks. They have stalled between the player, Arsenal, and his representative. So they're nowhere near close of coming to an agreement of securing Ozil a new deal with Arsenal. He's now made over a century appearances with Arsenal Football Club. He made over a century appearances during his 3-year Real Madrid, won quite a few honours, and Arsenal did pay £42.5 million for him from Real Madrid, the highest paid fee for a German player. Also was in Bundesliga for 5 years as well. But I think he's a player that's good at creating chances, as I said. And I said he's also very, very good at providing assists as well as music. Ozil, he did actually on the report, Man U were convinced they could go for Ozil in January. And he explained, he was demanding a higher wage in his package, as I did say. But yeah, Arsenal could see him go as well, but I don't really believe much about it, to be quite honest with you guys, about the Alexis Sanchez situation. As I said, guys, but not the Alexis Sanchez, the music Ozil. I don't really see him coming to Manchester United. Apparently, Barcelona are interested. They've just had Iniesta that's just signed just signed an extension, I think, on his contract. And Barcelona, a big club, just like Manchester United, a big club with a fantastic history, loads of supporters, static stadiums, as I said. This is what Ozil would probably want, with Arsenal, they have got a very, very good stadium. But with like Sanchez and Ozil, a player of their calibers, they want to be in Champions League football, challenging for trophies. And this is what Arsenal are currently not doing at this moment in time. So this is why Wenger, who signed a 2-year deal, needs to reinvest and have plans for January, because they saw a lot of the players go in August. They could still see more players go in January or maybe even next summer as well in the process. So it's basically saying Man United are tracking Dries Mertens, according to the ex-Serie A club director. It's saying Man United are interested in Lorenzo Pellegrini. It's now saying, reports saying Man United have entered the race with Juventus that have been heavily linked with Caen. Man United are showing an interest in Emre Can. You know, Barcelona is going to re-show their interest in Philippe Coutinho. That's another rumour as well. I updated you, obviously, about Javier Pastore. Chelsea and Liverpool are interested in Javier Pastore as well. But I do really, really like Javier Pastore, guys, if I'm going to be quite honest with you. Javier Pastore, as I said, very, very good, as I said. He's nearly made 2 century appearances now for PSG. So, yeah, very, very good player. He's a very, very good player. He's Javier Pastore. I said 2015-16, didn't see much of him. I do think he's actually wearing that number 10 shirt now. He's Javier Pastore since Ibrahimovic left and come to Manchester United. You know, he was part of the team when they won the historic quadruple and made over 50 appearances that season. Scored his first Champions League goal in 2012. I think he scored his first league goal for Paris Saint-Germain in 2011, I think it was. And in his first season, scored 13 goals in 33 matches. He's creative, he's good in the air, very agile, very skillful, very distinctive in his play, competitive player, very, very good player. Won quite a few honours as well as the player. And I think, you know, Paris Saint-Germain, I think this is his sixth, seventh season in the process, because Paris Saint-Germain obviously paid £40 million for him. I think it was 40 million, nearly 40 million from Palmeiras. And he could be available in January for about £26 million. And it's saying, you know, Chelsea and Liverpool are interested in Javier Pastore as well. But yeah, even though the transfer window's not open, you know, transfer rumours do update every day, as I said, on Sky, you know, on ESPN and stuff like that. You know, transfer rumours do always update. But what else was I going to say now? But as I did update you earlier on about, you know, Emre Can on the video, I showed you what the press were reporting about it, that Manchester United apparently interested. Jose Mourinho's actually an admirer of the player. He's looking, obviously, for a long-term replacement for Michael Carrick. We've still got Herrera. Obviously, Man United, he's tracking a few midfielders because we've got Herrera, who's very, very good, dramatically improved, and Mourinho is coming to an end of his deal, but hasn't featured much this season at all. We've got Fellaini, who's made a massive impact this season compared to last season. You know, he's done very, very well this season when he's played Fellaini. We're still in the process of trying to secure him a new deal, but the contract talks have apparently stalled. And we've still got Juan Mata coming to an end of his current deal, but he's obviously been featuring mostly on that right-hand side this season, but he also can play as number 10. Same with Qatarin, can play on the right, can play as number 10, just like Juan Mata. So Mourinho is actually tracking a few interest in a few midfielders, guys. In the process. So anyway, that's everything to update you with, basically more or less today about the transfer rumours. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe to my channel as always. And take it easy, and I'll see you on my next video, guys. Bye.